Apple has been criticized for looking for a better strategy when it comes to artificial intelligence, and now it's facing a potentially big setback, a fraying relationship with OpenAI. Kate Rooney has more in today's Tech Check. Kate?
Hey, Kelly. So from what I'm hearing, that relationship between Apple and OpenAI is cooling off. And at the same time, Amazon is actually becoming more strategically important to the AI giant. So a source familiar with the matter confirms that OpenAI is considering legal action against Apple. This started a couple years ago when ChatGPT became the main AI model for Siri and Apple Intelligence. It is a powerful distribution channel, of course, with billions of iPhones out there. But according to one person, Apple has underdelivered, has not met the expectations, and OpenAI is now considering a breach of contract letter or a lawsuit eventually. Bloomberg was first to report some of these details. Apple and OpenAI declined to comment on this. But Kelly, the landscape for both of these companies has shifted dramatically in just the last couple of years here. Apple reportedly now testing technology from rivals Anthropic and then Google's Gemini with Siri. OpenAI, on the other hand, has complicated things by building its own AI devices and hiring iPhone designer Johnny Ive. Meanwhile, OpenAI has moved closer, I mentioned, to Amazon. It does speak to the company's changing priorities internally. Enterprise right now is a lot more lucrative and important as a priority than consumer is, and has been a big focus for this company. Executives internally have been talking up AWS from what we've seen earlier this year. In a memo that we saw, the chief revenue officer talked about demand thanks to that Amazon partnership. She called it staggering at the time. Amazon is also investing up to $50 billion in OpenAI and providing compute as well. ChatGPT could also help with some of the heavy lifting on Alexa's AI revamp as we talk about that consumer distribution, Kelly.
Absolutely, although for Apple, they're going with Gemini. So it's hardly as, I mean, some would say Gemini's better. They're certainly at least on par with one another. So it's not as if those using the Apple device are going to get an inferior experience.
No, it's a great point. It's not like Apple is being left out to dry here because there are other options. I think a couple of years ago, OpenAI was seen as the front runner and seen, especially in consumer, as well ahead of the rivals. I mean, Gemini in that time period has caught up in a lot of ways. Anthropic has caught up, and they're now seemingly more on par, although I feel like it changes every week for who we think is ahead. But Apple has a lot of options and in a lot of ways has leverage on the negotiating side. I think this is also a result of that leverage that OpenAI is kind of hitting back on this clearly, and according to our sources, does not seem like they have lived up to the expectations. So I think Apple historically has always had the leverage because they've got the billions of iPhones. We all have one of these in our pockets.
I know, as I'm trying to put it down. One quick follow-up, Kate, on the AI front.
Sure.
I thought I caught that you're reporting that what is Anthropic worth now? Is it $900 billion in the private markets?
$900 billion from what we're hearing. So I have heard that they are now close to or have signed a term sheet to raise another $30 billion. It all goes back to compute, that they need more computing power. We talk a lot about Mythos. We talk about Claude Code. All of that requires computing power. They need more money, and investors in Silicon Valley are clearly willing to give it over, and that would lift their valuation to $900 billion and put it above OpenAI's as we talk about that rivalry.
Absolutely.
$900 billion versus $850. These numbers are just getting absurd ahead of an IPO. We just have never seen this level of valuations, and it's going to have a lot of implications as they go public.
What's so amusing is not just that we're seeing these valuations ahead of an IPO, but that they're warring with each other by the tens of billions of dollars in market cap at this point and racing to debut. We'll talk about that next week. How about that? Kate, thank you. Really appreciate it.
Weekend.
Kate Rooney.